All right, welcome back. Let's continue where we left off. And always remember that once you sign in, you can access your items or all your projects by clicking on the folder beside your name. And you always, the first thing you do when you sign in, make sure that you see your name right here, your username that I gave you, and you're going to use your password that I gave you to sign in. So I'm going to go ahead and continue where we left off. Click on the folder, my stuff, clickety click. Okay, so today you see that we have things inside my stuff because we've started a recap of week one. So let's dive inside, see inside our project so we can update it, save it. This is the name, Cerebus. That's why it's important that you name your projects. So I want to go ahead and click on see inside. Okay, and let's see if we're okay. Good stuff. So I made sure it worked. I stop. Notice the color. Notice the sprite. When I click the green flag, a sequence of events occur. Okay, so let's make it better. So I'm going to stop, take my bus up here. A sequence of event will occur. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So voila. All right. Let's continue to where we left off. So the next thing we're going to do is let's position. Remember, we're working on animation. We're going to create some kind of animation here. So we're going to position our cat sprite on the right hand side of the bus. So it looks like he's going to run and poof, jump in the bus. And in this type part of the exercise, we're going to use our good old loops. And remember what loop allow us to do? Loop allow us to repeat the same code over and over again. If we're using a for loop or a repeat loop, it's for a X amount of time. Okay, so we're going to use a repeat loop here. When we transition to Python, we'll be using a repeat loop will be called a for loop. All right, good. So getting you guys started for that. So go ahead and take our sprite. Take your sprite and drag it to the far right hand corner of the screen. Locate the direction properties. And remember, when I talk about properties, I'm talking about the XY, the positioning, the height, the show, the size, and we're going to click on the direction. All right, if you can't see my screen, it's on the far right. Direction properties. And now when we click on the direction properties, we are going to 90 degrees. You're going to click your sprite 90 degrees. Notice, look at this. I'm going to move this and I hope you can see. Let's see if I can move this now. I hope you can see the sprite moving based on the direction that I put it in. Okay, so you can go ahead and play with that, right? You see the sprite will move. So now the sprite is facing in that direction. Keep it moving, 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 moving. We're gonna do 90 degrees. Go back to 90 degrees. But here, instead of facing that way, let's flip. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to move our sprite. We already flip it and we're going to move it. I'm cheating, moving in the opposite direction, 90, 90. Did it 90 degrees, negative 90 degrees. And if I can't get it just right to negative 90 degrees, what can I do? I can just come here. Remember, these properties, you can type over them, right? So I'm going to do it like that. And now make sure that you click lock in the position of your sprite. Okay, you're going to lock in the position of your sprite 90 degrees. Your sprite should be facing the bus. Now that's all done and said and done, we can move on. I want you to notice the position is changed. Okay, So it's going to look in this position. The reason why we need to put the sprite in this position is we need to show the sprite running and jumping on the bus. Okay? All right. Make sure, take a moment, make sure your sprite is in the right position. Also, take a moment and I want you to save now. Always save now. Hit save now. Right now you see there's no code to your sprite, so let's go ahead and add some code to your sprite. What's the first thing you need to add to the sprite? That's right, an event. And we're going to go with when click. I'm going to make this bigger for you. Hope you can see it. Okay, so let's go with when click. Make that nice and big. And what are we going to do? When we click, because computer execute code sequentially in order, when we click, we're going to move our cat to 200 and we're going to move him to Y150. Okay, we can do it this way. All right, this controls the X and Y, or we can just type it in, go to 200. 150, or we could type it in over here, 200 and negative 150 for the Y. Okay, so I'm showing you, reminding you if you forget the many ways we can control the properties. Okay, oops. Let's bring this back here. So I'm going to say go to, this should be 200. Your cat's way too far. So let's change this to 200. Come back, kitty. All right. Now you see the cat is back. Okay. Then we're going to save now because you know it's so important. Always save now. And we're going to move the cat all the way up here. We're going to move the bus all the way up here. Test your code. And we're going to run it. Perfect. That's what we want to see. And now let's add the magic. Let's add the magic. The magic is going to be the repeat block. And where do we get the repeat block from? Control. That's right, because repeat is like a control, right? We're not going to look at these controls now. Some of them we cover actually all of them already, but we're going to recap them during the session. So we're going to repeat. And what are we going to repeat 10 times? We're going to move our cat 5 minutes, and that's how we're going to get a way that we're going to try to show that the cat is walking. Okay, so we're going to go to motion. And we're going to say repeat moving block 5 times. 5 steps. All right. So let's do this. Oh, this is a perfect example to demonstrate to you. I actually put the code on the wrong bus. So it looks like the bus on the wrong sprite. So it actually looks like my bus is moving. Pretty cool, right? Look at that. Look at that. Looks like my bus is moving. This code is wrong. It should have gone on my sprite. So this is perfect because it allows me to demonstrate to you how I can move the code to another sprite. Notice when I click on the cat sprite, the cat is highlighted. So I can drop the code to the cat. And I'm going to go ahead and delete this here. So when I click on my cat sprite, the code is here. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop it here. And then I'm going to move these all the way up here just so I make sure the code is running. I'm going to move it. Notice that was really fast, but I'm going to move it up here. And you're going to see how the cat is going to pay attention to the cat sprite. It's going to look like, woo, the cat ran towards the bus like right? Pretty cool. Very good. We're almost there. Feel free at any time. I want you guys to pause the video. At any time, you're going to pause the video. Make sure you're caught up to where I am, and then you're going to continue. Okay, so one thing we're going to do when we move the cat, we need to animate so the cat looks like they're walking. And a lot of sprites have many different costumes. We're going to talk about costumes. We've touched on these before. So here, this cat has 2 costumes, all right? So we're going to move the costume so it looks like the cat is running towards the bus, running real fast or scurrying towards the bus. So let's go to looks. And we're going to go to looks and we're going to say next costume. So look at this, look at this. So look at this, let's run it. You see that? So I'm going to stop. Stop it. Click on this to stop, and then we'll run. It looks like the cat is scurrying and running towards the bus. Very cool, right? Feel free to play around. You can change the number, repeat how many times. So we're going to repeat 30 times. So when I repeat 30 times, I'm going to stop it. I'm going to run past the bus, right? Very cool, very cool. You see how you can create animation and make it look like motion is something is happening. So this actually, this minus, how did I get that? It should be minus 150. So let's fix that, and we're gonna rest on 20. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop this, and I'm gonna run, and the cat stops right in front of the bus. Magic. Here's the magic. Pay attention. Now, when the cat is inside the bus, how do you think we could make it look like the cat got on the bus? Yes, that's right. We're going to use hide. Remember, hide and show and hide. So if we hid the cat and computer execute and sequence the order. So if we poof, hid the cat, did you know that? Notice that? Stop. Oh, we hit the cat. What happened? Why can't we see our cat anymore? What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? I tell you what we can do. What we can do is, because we control the code, we show the cat. First, we go to the position and then we show the cat. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this. And now, pay attention. Magic, magic. Oh, there we go. It looks like the cat ran. Got on the bus. Great. Great job. Let's go ahead and we're going to save this now. So if you are not where I am, I want you to take a look at this code. Take a moment, pause the video, make sure for the cat sprite your code looks like this, and then we're going to go to the city bus and we're going to make sure, and let's make this a little bit bigger, we're going to make sure that your code looks like this. Pause the video, cat sprite, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, pause the video and go ahead, catch up, save now, make sure you always save now, and I'm going to come back. And when I get back, we are going to create another sprite. And after that, you're getting closer and closer to catching up to where we're supposed to be. Okay? Bravo. Well done. Review the video. Give yourself a big hand. Congratulations.